awesome. Yeah, I really have too. I'm excited to just hang out and kind of chat about whatever you guys want. They just gave me a bunch of solo panels this weekend, so it's nice to be able to just hang out and chat with everybody. And we'll keep it real simple. There's a mic up here. Do you want them to line up kind of on this side if they have questions? Yeah, so if you have questions, you can start lining up on this side. And if we don't have a ton of questions, I'll just start asking you guys questions. Let's actually start with, who watched Toonami last night? Who was sleeping during Toonami last night? So new Attack on Titan happening 11:30, and new Sword Art Online happening at 12:30. And last night, it was the beginning of my arc in My Hero. I play a character named Yo Shindo, who is a really, really fun character to play. He's the earthquake guy. For you who have seen it, he does like the vibrations. So I'm excited to be on My Hero for the next few episodes. I have like the domination of Toonami right now. It's the triple threat currently for the next few weeks of me. So gotta love that. I'm a big fan of Toonami, so it's exciting to have that set up that way. Come on up, ask a question. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's all good. Grab that microphone.
So my question is, do you ever get frustrated with how clueless Adrian can be at times?
With how clueless Adrian can be?
Yeah, especially with Marinette.
I mean, on one hand, kinda, but on the other hand, not at all. I want him to be even more clueless because the longer it takes him to figure out who Ladybug is, the longer they'll keep making Miraculous Ladybug. So I'm okay with it. But I think there's a lot of times when we're working on it and I'm watching it and we're like, they're gonna figure it out, and they don't. But we'll have to wait and see how they play that out. They've gotten really creative. If you guys have seen the latest season, who's watched any of season 3? Where did you guys see it? The internet somewhere?
It's on YouTube.
YouTube?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool. I have not seen back much of season 3 yet because I typically watch on Netflix. I guess it's on Disney now also. So you can see it there. I was at a event a week ago, and I just flipped the TV on, and my daughter was there, and I turned it to Disney, and I'm like, oh, it's me on TV. This is fun. So it's really cool to see Miraculous Ladybug there, and I hope more people get to see the show because I really love it. And hopefully Adrian stays clueless for another 10 seasons.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, so Danganronpa is like one of my favorite games.
Awesome.
And animes. And a question I have is, it's kind of two questions in one. If you have ever played the games, which one is your favorite?
So I'm scared to play the games because I'm one of those obsessive people who have to finish everything. Like I used to play Final Fantasy, and I just wanted to like max all my characters out. So I'm very scared to play those games because I feel like I would just have to finish them. And then I know there's more, so I would have to play each one. So I've watched some of the gameplay. I've definitely talked to people about the games. Also, I'm the only actor that's in every single game, spoiler, every single game and all of the anime. And I told this story yesterday. Sorry if you heard it. It's literally because of super high school level luck. So I got cast as Eren Yeager in Attack on Titan, and I was at Funimation recording, and when they were auditioning, they would put out a binder with all the characters in it, and actors would come in and grab a binder and find the roles they want to read for. They get called in one by one and read for the director. So I was recording Attack on Titan, and I was kind of messing with the girl at the front desk. I'm like, "What are you guys auditioning for?" And I picked it up and opened it, and Naegi was the first character in the binder. And I'm like, they're auditioning for Danganronpa. I really want to audition for my character. Because I had recorded 3 of the games, actually. Well, 2 of the games before the auditions, and then the 3rd game before the anime actually recorded. I think that timeline's right. And by 3rd game, I mean Ultimate Despair Girls.
Yeah.
So I really wanted to just audition or have a shot to read for my character. And I was on a break, and Chris Bevins was on a break too. And he just walks up to me. He's like, "Hey, man, I'm Chris. I'm one of the directors. Hey, you play this Naegi character in the Danganronpa games, right?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Want to play him in the anime?" I'm like, "Yeah." So that's how I got cast as Naegi and Nagito in the anime, and literally because I was standing there is why I'm the only one in the LA cast to be in the Dallas cast as well. So I truly attribute it to super high school level luck. It's nice when some of your character's powers pass down onto you. It's really fun.
Oh god, I'm so nervous. Okay, so which character... Okay. So...
Thanks! Have fun!
I can't stop laughing. All right, so which character do you have more fun with or enjoy? Our pure son, Naegi, or our crazy son, marshmallow-haired Nagito?
I like that you describe him as marshmallow hair. I feel like, yeah, he does look like he has sticky marshmallow hair. How can I choose? I mean, really, both of them are fun to play and interesting to play. When we record on these games, we don't see the script ahead of time. They don't give us any spoilers. We don't know the arc of our characters or who's going to die next. So when I was recording as Naegi, because especially in the first game, he really has his hands in everything happening. So he's...
Especially Sayaka.
Yeah. So he is learning all these facts, and he's discovering these new things, and it was like I was watching a movie in my head. It was really, really cool. And Nagito's insane. So that's always fun also.
He's pure, too. He's pure.
I felt like I was playing the Joker at times. Yeah, and now there's so many memes. Just so many memes. I love it.
I mean, they're great.
Yeah, I actually really enjoy them, so feel free to send them my way if you discover new ones, or show them to me at events. Like, out of nowhere, people have showed me this, and I still don't know what this means, but it's Nagito, but he's much shorter, and he has no hair.
Oh my god.
So I'm aware of this, but I don't know what it means.
Sans.
Yeah, good times. Good times. I've definitely seen him appear at a number of events, so I'm just waiting for the cosplay to happen. Put that out there. I'd like to see that character cosplayed. Oh, that's the one. That's the one. I don't know what it means, and I'm scared to find out. I think it's almost better if I don't know what it means. Hey.
Hello. What games have you played that you've played in before?
Like how games that I've played as myself? Like I've heard myself in a game?
That, and also maybe like you played as Kirito, and there's a lot of SAO games. Have you played in any of those type games?
So unfortunately, we haven't worked on any of the Sword Art Online games, the Seven Deadly Sins games, the Attack on Titan games. It's very frustrating. Like, I would love to be a part of those. So there's a couple reasons why. First, dubbing or working on a video game is very expensive. Because there's a lot of dialogue typically, and it just takes longer to put that dialogue in the right place. The whole recording process is just more expensive for the studios. And second, they look at those games as, well, first you have to be a fan of the show, and then you have to own that particular console. So it's like a niche of a niche, and they're scared to dub them. Unless a giant group of people are like, we want this in English, and they keep hitting the company with that, then sometimes they're like, maybe we should do this. And I hope someday it happens with those kind of games. So I haven't worked on any of those. I would love to play them. The gameplay on a number of them look really cool. I have played games like Tales of Graces, where I play as Bellant, and I have 3,600 lines in that game, so it's a lot of me talking, and I am nowhere near the end. I'm trying to think of other games that I'm in that I've played. Call of Duty Ghosts was one of the earlier Call of Duties. I play one of the U.S. military. And so if you play the multiplayer and you pick U.S. military, I'm one of the options that you get. I heard myself dying a ton because I'm so terrible. I'm like one of those guys, it's like 1 kill, 10 deaths. And it's because I naded myself and someone was in the crossfire, so I got 1 kill. Yeah, I'm really bad. And recently, I haven't had a ton of time to play. Oh, I did play Dissidia a little bit. So I heard myself in Dissidia NT, the new one. So cool. I play Zidane, I still don't know how you say his name, in Final Fantasy, who's the main character in Final Fantasy IX. I really hope they remake that one, and I get to work on it. Fingers crossed, right, Square Enix, be like, we need Bryce to play Zidane again. I would appreciate that, because maybe they'll do it. But yeah, that's kind of it. I would love to pick up more games when time frees up, but looking at my calendar, I have a lot of talking ahead of me.
Okay. Thank you so much for answering my question.
No problem. Come on up. What was that? Oh, of course. Yes, that's the Derpy Titan run, if you guys didn't recognize it. My favorite Titan from the show.
Yes. Okay, so what's your, best worst dad joke or pun that you remember making?
I've made some really bad ones.
Me too.
Do you have one for me?
Oh, damn. None I can recall off the top of my head, unfortunately.
I like asking Google and getting the terrible ones that just get pushed up to the top. Let's do that.
Oh,
This will be fun.
Wait a minute. I just remembered one.
Okay, go for it.
Okay, so my friends were texting me, and they sent me this thing called a bee venom face mask or something like that. And then I told them, whoever made that is probably a masochist. So, wait,
Why are these so bad?
wait, are these ones you made, or are they?
No, I just Googled dad jokes. I'm just going to do a whole panel where I don't explain what's going on, and I just do this.
Yeah.
I don't answer any questions. I just sit down on stage, and I start like this. Waiter, do you want a box for your leftovers? No, but I'll wrestle you for them. So bad, but so good. That's the first one that came up. Sorry, guys. It's not me, it's Google. I'm just going to leave this open.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Son, Daddy, can you put on my shoes? I can try, but I don't think they'll fit. Hi, how you doing? Sorry about that.
I'm doing good.
It's not my fault. It's Google. Sorry. It's.
What's your favorite part about playing Kirito in Sword Art Online?
There's so many great things about working on that show and playing that character. I feel like, first, Sword Art Online has this way of sort of recreating itself every arc. Like, every arc has this different sort of vibe. So Aincrad is very different than Alfheim, and Gungale is very different than Caliber and Mother's Rosario and Ordinal Scale and Alicization. Like, they're all different. So it's really interesting to go through those little changes and make them different. Also, Kirito is super overpowered, and it is always fun to play overpowered characters. Sorry, he's cheating. And it's also really interesting to go from him in Aincrad as this, beater, to him in Alicization, where he essentially starts as a kid and a new player, and he's kind of building himself up from scratch. Like, it is so fun to almost reboot and start, on that level as him. So it's really fun to go on this journey. Who's watched any of Alicization? Okay, I'm going to try not to spoil things, but there's a tower with 100 floors, and he has to go up the tower again. That was one of my favorite moments, and in the show, they're, like, poking fun at it. He's like, 100 floors. Like, it's just so fun to do that and see all the little nuances that the creator has put in there. It's just an amazing show to work on. And lastly, I love the crew. Alex Von David is the director and the writer of the show, and he takes a tremendous amount of time adapting the scripts and making them just perfect. Hiroe, the producer, has been part of the industry for years and years and years, and she really cares about the quality of the content and the show itself and all the people involved, and it's just really nice to be part of a crew like that. And I have a really good time recording. I think the bloopers give you an idea of how much fun I'm having in there. They played some of the season 2 bloopers, and like 80% of them were me. So I really do enjoy the work that I do on the show. And it's so exciting to be part of Alicization, especially because it's not the length of a normal season. Like, we're not even halfway through it yet. So it's really, really fun.
Thank you.
Thanks. I hope you've enjoyed watching. Hi.
So this is my only question because I didn't know you played this person. What's your favorite part of playing Shindo from My Hero?
Yeah, so My Hero's a really fun show. I mean, first off, superheroes. Always good times. And Yo Shindo is an interesting character. I mean, you meet him and he's just so excited about Bakugo. But in that excitement, there's like almost something underneath. So to be able to like fake that excitement and keep that kind of like darkness in his voice was really interesting to do. Also, Colleen is awesome to work with. She's a fantastic director. Cliff, actually, who plays Bakugo, directed a couple episodes as well. So it's really nice to be able to do that and work with those guys. And yeah, I'm just excited to be part of that universe. Yeah, no problem. I saw that. It's awesome that I'm the triple Toonami threat for the next couple weeks. Why are piggy banks so wise? They're filled with common sense. Ah! Sorry, I'm sorry. It's Google. It's not me. I swear, it's not. It's Google.
I'd be okay if just like skip my question just to do dad jokes, honestly.
So what's going on? How's your con been?
It's been epic.
Awesome.
Anyways, I'm sure you got into plenty of voice requests in the past. I just want to know, like, what was your favorite ones to do?
I really like prank calling people. That is super fun. Like, I've had people come up and be like, hey, prank call as Adrian or as Eren Yeager. The Eren Yeager ones just make me laugh because it's someone saying, yell at my friend. And like, just to see, yeah, have a good one. It's so funny to hear their reaction. They're just like, they're confused at first, and then they're just like, wait, what? And it's really fun to hear that. Yeah, I've also had a couple where they ask me to talk to myself and transition, and like most of the time I'm like, this is not gonna work. But once in a while it does, and I'm always happy when it does work out. Yeah, those are always fun.
Thank you.
Thanks. Hi, I love your cosplay. That is awesome.
Thank you, Bryce. Okay, so as you can tell, I like Attack on Titan more, so I actually have a question for that.
Sure, no spoilers. Have you read the manga?
No, I'm trying to catch up. I can't afford
Yes.
it. I'm broke.
Okay. Then you won't spoil it for me because I don't know either.
Yeah, no, so I'm not gonna. Yeah, I feel bad because I'm literally a walking spoiler. But you know what?
I have a
forget
guess
that you
of
saw
what's
me
in the
today.
basement. I think an episode's coming out today in Japan or on Funimation now, and they're teasing like, we're gonna go to the basement. Roll credits. So I have a guess.
Yeah. Honestly, go on Hulu. It should be out today.
Oh,
in
I
that
can't.
section.
I can't wait.
I know
You guys
I'm
ready for my guess? Has anyone read the manga? Okay, so you guys know what's in the basement.
Partially.
Okay, just give me like a thumbs up if I got it right. I'll allow you to do that. That's the most spoilerish I'll allow you to do. Cheeseburgers. I didn't see a thumb up. I got one! It's cheeseburgers! I knew it! So what is your Attack on Titan question?
Okay, so for my question is, so after the set, I apologize, I do not really watch a lot of the American dubbed because I stick to Japanese because that's all we got.
It's all good. I totally understand.
So
I watched.
I apologize if I get the names wrong. I'm just gonna say the names of the characters.
I watched the sub as well. I'm a big fan of Kaji-san, and he's an amazing actor and a really nice person. So totally get it. So go ahead.
All right, so after you guys are done voice acting, with Armin, Mikasa, and all the other gang, do you guys like to go out in public and just totally screw with people just with the voice? Armin, go over there! Mikasa, she's flying through the air! Like, do you just go have fun in public? And
I mean,
do all
at
that?
conventions for sure. Actually, so Josh and Trina, they live in Dallas, Texas. I live in Los Angeles. So I don't get a ton of time to hang out with them. And when we record on Attack on Titan, we actually record by ourselves. So we don't actually go in the booth together or talk together. So I only get to perform off of them if they've recorded first, and they get to perform off of my lines if I've recorded first. After the first season, Trina and I had only met very briefly. We met kind of in passing at Funimation, and we did some Blu-ray extra features where we hung out and watched an episode and chatted. But we didn't really get to hang out until a convention called Supernova, which is in Australia. So we had to go all the way across the world to spend some time together. And really the first time we were getting to know each other was on a panel in front of hundreds of people, which is an amazing way to get to know somebody. I've made so many friends from just being on panels with them. Actually, at my first SacAnime, I met a very fine gentleman named J. Michael Tatum, who's an awesome actor who is in Attack on Titan, who has some very big eyebrows in Attack on Titan. And we were on a panel together. They labeled it Men of Anime. And all the other men of anime that were there that weekend couldn't make the panel, so it was just me and Tatum. So we labeled it the Manime panel, where we spent an hour saying douchebag workout jokes about our muscles. It was amazing. It was amazing. Yeah.
Quickly, one more. Do you think you guys would ever actually at a panel, if you guys all got together, would you ever do the Attack on Titan song together?
So I know that in Japan, a bunch of the cast did that, and there was this one convention a number of years ago, and their goal was to get as many of us together as possible. It was like Attack on Titan Con. And we were on a panel, and they had us perform the song. I think it's on YouTube. And, it's all in Japanese. So everyone on the cast did know part of the song, though. It goes, na 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 na, Jaeger! And we all did that at the same time. And it's my favorite part of the song.
All right, thank you so much, Bryce. I'll see you at your signing.
Awesome. See you over there. Oh my gosh. Do you know what you call a chicken staring at lettuce? Chicken Caesar salad. I'm sorry. Go away, phone.
That one was a good one then. I'm not.
Caesar! Oh, sorry.
Well, hello, Bryce.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How about you?
Good. I've had my coffee this morning.
So did I. I'm awake too. So my question is, was it like to work with the cast and crew on the 7 Deadly Sins, and also what it's like to interact with them on panels, and just interactions?
Yeah, it's really amazing. I mean, the Sins cast has. It's kind
Honestly,
of like
it's one of my favorite casts.
Oh, so. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's just so much fun. Actually, I talked to Kaji-san, who plays Meliodas and Zeldris in Japanese, and I asked him. I said, this was before season 2 was announced, and before I was announced as Zeldris. But I asked him, when you guys finished recording. What did you guys do? Did you have like an after party or hang out with the cast? He's like, yeah, we went out for a pork dinner. So I was pitching that as our after party. Christina V plays the pig. And I thought that would be really fun to go eat pork. But we ended up going to medieval times as a cast, and it makes sense for 7 Deadly Sins. Maybe we'll save the pork dinner for another time. But it was really cool because they announced, and the cast of 7 Deadly Sins is here, and we're like, yeah! So it was great to hang out with all the Sins. I've known a lot of the actors for a really long time, and it's cool to be in something like that. I hope that that events take more opportunities to try to get more of us together. I have fun with a lot of the Sins fans also. Anytime I see a Bond cosplayer, I just walk by and go, Bond! I was in a video game room at another event, and I did that to this Bond cosplayer, and it was really dark in there. So he just walked in, and he's like so confused. And someone walked up, and they're like, no, that's Meliodas. And then he got super excited, and we high-fived a ton of times like this. It was great.
Too bad you couldn't start punching him about that. He'd have to punch you back, though.
Yeah.
Do you actually have a favorite Sin?
I mean...
Or out of the characters?
Can I pick Meliodas?
You can if you want.
So I have a really good time recording Meliodas. I've mentioned this a couple times this weekend. I have a trick to do his voice. I raise my eyebrows so high that it stretches out my vocal cords. And then for Zeldris, I lower my eyebrows. It works. And being able to play a third character, Lovehelm, and talk to myself was just ridiculous. Lovehelm is the most annoying character in the show, and I'm really proud of that. So
He's fun,
I think other than the characters I get to play, Bon is a really cool character, and I don't understand how Ben Diskin does that. His range is out of control. I was on another anime with him called Blood Lad. Who's seen Blood Lad? Okay, I highly recommend it. It's probably the closest I'll ever come to doing a Kamehameha. I play this character named Staz, who's this is the role I was born for. He's this vampire mob boss otaku. And he's in this battle, and he's like, I'm going to use a move from one of the most powerful fighters in the universe. Kamehameha! And gets kicked in the face. So Ben is on that show, and he plays this character named Wolf, and he has a voice in that one similar to Bon, but even grungier and deeper. And I was recording on that show, and at the same time, I was recording on Digimon at another studio, and I went in to record, and I had a scene where there was a Digimon called Cutemon, and they played a little bit of what Cutemon had said, and I'm like, oh, Stephanie Shea sounds amazing as Cutemon, guessing who the actor was, and they're like, no, that's Ben Diskin. So Ben is amazing. His vocal range is insane, and he's an Academy Award winner for playing Gonzo on Muppet Babies. Yay, Ben Diskin. So I'm a big fan of Ben's. I love what he's done with Bond. I love that character. I hope that we get, like the OVAs were so much fun because I wanted that fight. I hope we get more of that kind of back and forth interaction of them just messing with each other. It's good times.
All right. Well, thank you.
Thanks so much. So, guys, I have 5 minutes left, so I'm going to try to go quick. I'll hold the dad jokes off. Do my best to hold them off. Everyone's like, no, more dad jokes. You asked for it, guys. Hi.
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
So real quick, have you ever done any kind of like voice recording on someone's voicemail as a character?
Yes, and it's hilarious. I've done a number of those. And actually, in Miraculous, I recorded Adrian's voicemail recently, so that's always fun. But yes, I love doing that also. I always think, like, what do people do when they experience that? Because I've done some as Eren yelling in their voicemail. Like, they just jump whenever they miss a call. Like, the person on the other side just flips out. Yeah, it's good times.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Hey, how's it going?
Yo, doing good, man. How are you?
Doing great. So, after finding out that you're in My Hero, what is your favorite quirk, or what quirk would you yourself like to have if you found yourself in the world?
There's a lot of episodes of My Hero.
Yeah.
I'm working on a lot of projects, so I have not watched all of My Hero from the beginning through. So I'm not caught up. Even to, I watched part of the Shindo arc.
Gotcha.
So I don't know all the quirks out there.
Well, from what you've seen.
But I would probably just invent a quirk. We were talking about this a week ago. I was on a panel with a bunch of other actors. Someone asked the question, like, pineapple on pizza, yes or no? So I'll just do this. Pineapple on pizza, yes or no? Raise your hand for yes. Raise your hand for no. My quirk would be, put pineapple on all your pizza, who just said no.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, man. It's a good one. Very powerful quirk. Yo, I like your hat, dude. That's awesome.
Thank you. So, if you could give any advice to anyone who would aspire to be a voice actor, what sort of advice would you give them?
I think, like, two things. First, practice and prepare as much as possible. You kind of have to get lucky to get the opportunities to audition to get the jobs. And when you get that opportunity, you want to be ready. So practice any way you can. Take classes, work with other people who are aspiring voice actors, meet other people who are going through that journey and learn from them. It's so interesting to see some of these actors who kind of went on the path together. So, like, for example, Alice and Yu-Gi-Oh! Are played by two actors named Brandon and Kaylee, who are just absolutely killing it right now. They're super talented. I love their performances in Sword Art Online Alicization, and they were roommates. Back in the day, they were roommates. So it's really interesting how that happens. It's crazy how that happens. So make friends with people trying to do the same thing. So, and learn and practice as much as you can. Number two, grow a thick skin. You're going to hear no over and over and over. And I think one of the most important attributes for an actor is resilience and being able to accept the sort of graveyard of no's from auditions that you try to do. If you do 100 auditions and you book 1 out of 100, you're doing extremely well. So just know that going in.
Thank you.
No problem. Good luck if that's something you want to do.
Hello.
Yo, how's it going?
Good. Out of all the various Sword Art Online game settings, which one had to be your favorite?
I mean, what do you mean by game settings?
Like,
you mean the games that they play, or like
the games that they play?
Got it. So I get to choose between Aincrad or Alfheim or Gungale or Underworld.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know the extent of Underworld yet. Super interesting. Gungale, I feel, would be really fun to play, but it would probably be like me in Call of Duty. It'd just be me dying all the time. I don't know. I mean, it's hard to not choose that first arc. You know, that Aincrad arc is something that's just special, and that I'm so interested in that game. I really want them to do like what they did in the progressive novels and animate all the details of every single floor in Aincrad. Like, I would love to see that happen. So I got to go with Aincrad.
Okay, thank you.
I mean, Alfheim, it would be fun to fly also. So I've just named all of them. There we go. Thank you. Hi.
Okay, so my question is, are there any challenges that come with doing the English dub in your case, a lot of anime that were originally Japanese, and also like Miraculous Ladybug that was originally French?
Yeah, so I would say the first sort of challenge is making the performances unique and your own when someone has already set the tone. It's like, it's being creative in this box. And when I work on shows like that, my goal is not to just copy the seiyuu who has recorded something before, or the French actor, or whoever it is that's in the temp track, because sometimes you're working off of sort of established performances and you have to make them unique in your own. So that's a challenge, to try to pull myself into them and not just emulate. I take inspiration from the other actors sometimes. I love Matsuoka-san and Kaji-san's performances, and Nobu as Rin. So I take inspiration from them, but making them my own. As far as like the technical things, like hitting sync, staying in the moment, doing those things, those are all things that happen with experience, and depending on the director, you kind of find a way to do that. So I'm really comfortable in the booth, just because I've kind of lived there so long. I look at my calendar, I'm recording 30 hours next week. I'm spending more than a day in a soundproof room by myself. It's more than a day, part of the time with other actors too, so that'll be fun. But I'm just very comfortable in there. So the technical pieces I don't even think of. But it's really bringing something unique to each performance and not touching what I've done in the past. Like, I don't want Kirito to sound like Eren, and sometimes I have to be both of them on the same day. So it's interesting. No matter what's happening in your life at that moment, like if you're mad in traffic, but Kirito is happy, you have to be happy in that moment. So that's a challenge too, to kind of step into this soundproof room and immediately immerse yourself back where you were last time in that world. I love doing it though. It's really fun. And I'm excited that I'm going to be talking so much coming up here soon.
Thank you.
Thank you for your question. And thank you guys so much. This has really been another great panel. I feel like everyone here at SacAnime has just been awesome. So thank you guys so much. I've really had a good time. Sorry for the dad jokes. It was Google. I might have to run a dad joke panel at some point. Maybe next time. If they invite me back to SacAnime, please tell them to bring me back. I would love to come back. We'll do a dad joke panel. So I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your time. I have one more autograph session today. I will stay there as long as I can until they tell me you're going to miss your flight. I'll try to stay at my table. So hope to see you guys over there. Thank you guys. Have fun.